Yeah.
Alright, part of the scientific experiment. So we already did turn 1, and I made all my saves, and I rolled both hits and both wounds with the hammerheads on the Turvagon back there. It's capture and control and pitched battle. But I forgot to record the first turn. Not a whole lot happened, except for me making the saves and hitting. But now that I'm recording the game, let's see if my luck will change. He's got a lot of stuff coming in, outflank of Deep Strike. So I started to record the game. We'll see if my luck changes. Bottom of Tyrannid, turn 2. Almost everybody came on. Gene Stealers came on that side next to my objective. Gene Stealers came over here in the Don't Template Blast Me formation. Gaunts glanced the hell out of the hammerhead, but only managed to take off the gun and then shake it. Gene Stealers ran in. Mr. Hive Tyrant shot up the Pathfinders, but they're holding on. Their friends who got blasted up the last 2 games need some revengeance. And this guy is now a terrain piece after the Hive Guard over there poked holes in him. Alright, so let's see what Tau can do in turn. End of Tau, turn 2. Fire Warriors came in, shot up the Gene Stealers. Drone took a pot shot over there, but nothing going on. Crisis Suits came in and tried to take out the Turvagon, but he has 2 wounds left?
4 wounds left. He's taken 2.
He's taken 2, he has 4 left.
He dodged behind a left tree.
Yeah, he's the Matrix Turvagon. Tank Shock over here. Those guys are fleeing. Those Gene Stealers are fine, and these Gene Stealers are fine. I just moved over a little bit. So now it's going to be turn. End of Tyrannid, turn 3. Warriors came down, did a whole mess of shooting, and somehow I saved every single one of them. The Death Leaper guy, or not Death Leaper, but Lictor did a couple wounds, but he needed to kill one more guy to cause a leadership test. But they are still there, miraculously. There's a miracle. They're crazy Fire Warriors. Those guys obviously are stuck in combat. With some dots. Combat was a draw. Those guys are still hanging out there. This guy, oh yeah, Kroot got eaten by. They're like vitamins to them. They ate a whole bunch of Devourer shots. Is it Devourers or what do they have?
Yeah, Devourers.
And then over here, Gene Stealers managed to stun the tank.
And rip off the burst cannon.
Oh yeah, they ripped off the burst cannon too. Alright, so now it's Tau turn 3. The Fire Warriors got back in the fish, moved back over to there. That guy survived some more attacks from the Gene Stealers. Tie combat over there with the suits and the gaunts. This guy moved up and tried to mow down some Gene Stealers, but it wasn't going to happen, and these drones failed to hit the Gene Stealers as well. None of my 3 more units have come in yet, so we're waiting on some reserves still. Top of turn. Alright, so Tyrannids moved in. The Devilfish was immobilized, stunned, and shaken from shooting over there, from the commander and the Hive God hiding behind there. These Gene Stealers managed to blow up the Devilfish with the Pathfinder marker beacon. The Turvagon cast the Dominion, so those guys regrouped automatically. And over there, a very complicated combat happened, and I'm not usually in combat, but somehow the Crisis Suits ended up managing to kill out the Gaunts and put 2 wounds on the Turvagon.
Yep. 2 no retreat saves.
2 no retreat saves. That was bad for him. So now it's the top of Tau turn 4, or bottom of turn 4.
Yeah, bottom 4.
End of Tau turn 4. Fire Warriors and Devilfish came on. Crisis Suits are up there. Oh, the Devilfish came right there. Kroot came in across from the table and decided to shoot some Devil Gaunts. Tank Shock over there, but they passed their leadership. They're still in combat, although my general only has 1 wound left and the Turvagon only has 1 wound left. It's a little tense over there. And then we got that Executive Behavior test.
Fail, so they need to lurk, which means they just sit there and fire at the closest enemy unit.
Okay.
Which is that if it lives. Now Catalyst on the Turvagon.
Turvagon has 1 wound left. Oh yeah, he's fine.
Makes it.
It's almost the end of Tyrannid's turn 5. Crisis Suits obviously are gone. These guys have themselves positioned on my objective over there. Over here, drones died. So there's an epic combat going on over there. Both my general and the Turvagon have 1 wound left. And I will go first. I have 3 attacks. I need 4s to hit. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And strength 5 versus toughness 6. I need 5s to wound. 1 wound.
3 up armor save. Makes it.
He saved.
Alright.
Alright, let's see if my commander dies.
Turvagon, 3 attacks. Rerolling any 1s. 1 hit. Wounding on a 4 with reroll. Reroll. Oh, got him at the very end.
Oh, he tried.
Yep.
Alright, the end of Tau, turn 5. Fight Wars got out, got rid of the Lictor that was contesting that objective.
We're not done yet. Not done yet.
Hammerhead recklessly charged into the woods to contest that objective. Crude shot up those guys, but they passed their leadership. So let's see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Oh, the game goes on!
Yes!
Alright, there we go. The game goes on. This is not going to look good for the Fight Wars, unless they make the same saves that they did last time, but they still get charged. So Tal lost at the end. Those guys ran away. They didn't want to stay there anymore, and the lone Hammerhead that went berserk finally bit the dust. But that was a pretty fun game. I definitely like 15 and 1200 point games a lot better than 2000. It's easier to keep track of stuff. So yeah, that was the game.